Hello, everyone, and thank you for checking out the Open Mind Podcast. My name is Andrew, and this is my way of getting out some information that I've come across that I think is important for the people to know. So here we go. This man right here that you see on the screen, this is my boy, this is my homie, this is my god. His name is Bart Sibrel. Bart Sibrel came out with two films you might have heard of. One of them was called A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Moon, and another was called Astronauts Gone Wild. And these videos were basically talking about the moon landing and saying that it was basically falsified, basically that it was filmed, and that we never actually landed there. He says that this is the only time in technology that we've actually gone backwards, where 50 years later we still can't accomplish the same feat, and this has never happened before in technology. I mean, this is just unheard of. So Bart Sibrel, what a guy. Super happy, and I wanted to make this quick video because just yesterday he's uploaded a video where he talks about this book he's going to be coming out with in 2020. So he says spring 2020 he hopes to have this book out. He has 14 different names, sources that he's used in the book that are all sources that have said that they were there when they actually filmed the fake moon landing. So this is some pretty incredible stuff, guys. I want to quickly go into Bart Sibrel a little bit. So they've recently taken Bart's ability to monetize his YouTube videos away. So he's basically depending on crowd support at this point. And I'm very happy to hear that in this latest video, he did get an outpouring of support. And he was very happy about that, which I'm happy about, because if this guy can continue to do his journalistic, investigative work, I think that's very important, and I want him to continue to do that. So Bart says that in this story he's going to be talking about his struggle of when he was researching these movies, and one stat that he actually gave was that he spent 2 years, about 40 hours a week, 4,000 hours on putting this 45-minute A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Moon documentary together. So I thought that was very interesting stuff. I mean, this guy is like hardcore. He's not just he's not just jumping on a conspiracy bandwagon or anything like that. This guy is serious about about his claims. So one thing I thought was interesting is that he's going to actually go into this book. He's going to talk about how the government actually kidnapped him, and they put truth serum in him, and it's crazy. I'm actually gonna play a clip right now of him talking about this in this video he put up yesterday. But I want to quickly mention that he does say that the government put truth serum in, and the craziest story is that he says the facility, he went to have his urine tested to see if there was anything, a drug in there that they could find. He said that the government goes in and steals his urine sample out of this place that he went to do this testing out of, and the clinic has said that no one's ever breaking into this place, and the only thing that they stole was his urine sample. I'm gonna go ahead and play this for you guys so you can actually listen to it for yourselves right now.
You people, because I haven't been treating you like real individuals, don't really know the depth and the magnitude of the struggle I went through. So I'm going to tell you, there was a point, and it will be in the book, where I was abducted. When the secret tape was found, I was kidnapped. I was drugged with truth serum. I escaped. I took my urine sample to a lab to prove that the government had drugged me with this exotic drug. And the lab where I took it to was broken into over the weekend. The people there told me it had never happened before, and the only thing stolen from the lab was my urine sample. That is the craziness that is going on with this project.
So he talks about the craziness going on with this project, right? So, I mean, that's some deep stuff. If this guy's telling the truth, I mean, I'm hoping that this guy lives to 2020 to release this book he's talking about here. Now, he does actually mention something else very crazy that he's going to claim in this book he's going to be coming out with, and that he's going to actually claim to know and tell us what government facility was actually used to fake the moon landing, okay? He talks about how Ed Mitchell wasn't actually allowed to go on the fake moon because he wasn't supposed to be able to describe more than he actually saw in real life, right? So this is how in depth they went with this stuff, just to make sure that it could be falsified and faked and believed by the country, the people, the citizens of the country and the world.
Let me tell you something else that is coming out in the book, which will hopefully be out in the spring of 2020. 2020, vision clear, perfect timing, okay? One of my sources was personally there when they filmed the first fake moon landing. It was shot on June 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of 1968.
Okay, that is a massive claim, guys. He says that one of his sources was there when they faked and filmed the moon landing, like the fake moon landing. That is crazy stuff. Like, will the government let this book come out? I mean, the past will say no, but we will see what happens.
The book will detail the exact military base in the United States where that was filmed. President Johnson was standing beside my source, who was head of security for that military installation. And I have a list of 14 people who were there eyewitnessing the faking of the first moon landing in June of 1968, 1 year before it supposedly happened. I called up a couple of these people. Two good friends of mine in the government suggested that I do so. I was afraid to do so for fear of my life. You know, I called up a couple of these people. I think they asked me to do it to get some sort of reaction out of them because the good guys are spying on the bad guys in the government. There's like a civil war under the table going on for who knows how long. Anyway, after I called these two people, one of which was Eugene Krantz, flight director at the time, and one other person, okay, one of them called their buddies at the CIA, and my source's son, my source's, original source is now deceased. He told this on his deathbed. His house was burglarized, and the only thing stolen was documentation about his confession, his father's confession about this particular event.
Okay, guys, so there you have it. I mean, Bart Sibrel comes out and says that, he's reached out and that he was scared to actually approach this and follow up with this information, but his sources in the government say that some of the core sources in the government say that he should try to get this information out, which I agree with, man. I mean, yes, it would hurt, right, for a while to know that this was fake, I mean, everyone would kind of laugh at us, which they would have every right to, but I think that that's a good way to start fresh and actually just cleanse out the wrongs that have been done. And we can build anew. This government's already gotten too far gone, and we need to be doing something about it, honestly. So, hey, thanks for checking out Open Mind Time Podcast. Come back again soon. We're going to be following up on this Bart Sibrel case in this book that he's going to be putting out in 2020. And we'll be definitely following that closely because, like I said, I'm nervous. I always get nervous when people are doing investigative work because you hear about, the Clinton kill list, all these people that go missing because they start looking into something. So, I mean, this is massive. I mean, this is one of the biggest things that they would want to cover up. So we're going to keep our eyes on this. So I'll definitely report back to you guys.